Okay, I'll do the screen share. Video. Unmute, Mr. Cashman.
You have people listening from every corner of this planet. No knowledge has been dispersed so beautifully, so balanced across the planet, on this planet ever. Maybe in the universe. You have the full potential of achieving everything in the universe. There is no need and there is no reason for man not to achieve. So, wherever you are, the way I taught you to make the coils, double coil inside, you have continuous equal gravitational magnetic field, and if you put CO2 on it, and you put zinc on it, you have connected the emotion of the man to it on a stable condition, and you'll find out you become a very peaceful man. Here, instead of having galaxies and universes and creating connection magnetically, we have used the matter state gravitational magnetic field strength to dominate and dictate the shape of the plasma. The nanotechnology, the nanomaterial which you have collectively developed in different ways, by caustic, by electric currents, by whatever, fire or whatever, has that advantage that the matter, the nano and the plasma is all the same. So connection is very solid, it's very strong. The power of the plasma technology, the way we have thought, is beyond imagination of the man. Now we can create and control the plasma, which is the mother of the creation of the universe. We are given the seed of the essence of the creation. The foundation does not belong to no one and is not made of one anymore. You are developing it, you are structuring it, and from today we will be still the same. We'll still develop the technology in different names, in different colors, in different nationalities which they do not exist. It is beautiful when we see the Christian, the Muslims, the Jews, and every other belief are working together to build up systems. We have already become one faith. We already have become one nation, and we already have become one planet. You got to remember one thing. Dates is irrelevant. Today is the last day of the Christian calendar, or tomorrow is the beginning of another. One day is connected to another. We don't stop. We are working around the clock. The Keshe Foundation team is working irrespective of time, position, religion, country. And now we achieve what we set out for.
Welcome everyone to the 143rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. And it's Thursday, October 27th, 2016. And once again, we are honored to have the presence of Mr. Keshe from the Keshe Foundation. He states he has a full plate today to present, so I think we should get right into the workshop. I apologize for the hesitation in starting here. We had some technical difficulties, but we're ready to begin. Mr. Keshe, are you available there?
Yes, good morning, good day to you. As usual, wherever and whenever you listen to these teachings. Today, we have a lot to open up and a lot to discuss. And as we promised, we will announce today the establishment of the Earth Council. This is what we consider to be the next generation of those who will lead humanity to peace. And in that process, it's the responsibility to organize the affairs of mankind as a whole, as continent and as language. We left the selection of the souls for the Universal Council, and now Universal Council, according to the languages, is in round 26, 28, as I understand it. And their job is the connection through the soul of the man with the universe. On the other hand, the planet as a whole needs connection within himself. And this is the reason we set up the Earth Council. One person has been asked to devote their life to serve humanity from each continent. The choice of individuals has been set on a certain criterion that they at least speak two languages, and at least they have connection with one continent, or at least they are aware of the operation of the others. As it has to be balanced in humanity, we've done the same. We have chosen 3 male and 3 female, all with their own talent, and they bring different colors on the table. In so many ways, they understand the problems of humanity, as in the next generations of the Earth Council leaders, or as a member of the councils. They understand the problems, the main causes of problems, and in the future, as they don't exist, the job of the Earth Council is in any shape or form is to smooth the path for the humanity. The choice has been that most of the council members have lived across different continents, or they come from different backgrounds of different continents, and they understand the interaction of the languages and barriers presently exist amongst the cultures, which will not do. The choice was in so many ways very hard, on the other hand very easy. It was easy because we could see the devotion and the servitude. It wasn't easy because there are so many. The Earth Council has its own line of connection. In the next couple of weeks, they will take their position. Once we structure the whole thing around them that is correct, are protected in every shape or form, and they become the first, what you call at the moment, world government leaders. Most of them come out of obscurity, but with the knowledge of the planet. the pains and problems and the solutions, and understanding in any shape or form what is need to be done. As we said, and as we see in the operation of the planet is tearing itself apart like its own creatures to become 6 continents. We have a very little connection between 2, which they'll divide the North American continent and South American continent. We see this visibly occurring, and the earthquakes, as we say, gives us this insight. So we have chosen 6 members for the continent. We have chosen South American continent. We have chosen the North American continent. We have chosen member for Asia, a member from Australia, a member from Europe, and a member for Africa. The operation of the running and not the leadership, but mainly as a council, is in the hand of these 6 people. In the coming months, we will see their power. We support them through us and their work. You'll come to understand these 6 are very impartial, and they understand full the problem of humanity. The interesting point is they are all ready to serve on condition of what might bring. Maybe it's better to start with the ladies. If any of the ladies is online, would like to introduce herself, could you please raise your hand, and we'll hear from the first member of the Earth Council. And full explanation who you are, where you are from, and what is your background, that we can greet you to the council. Do you see any of the members of the council in the background, Stanley?
Yes, we are promoting them already.
Is the person for which you're available?
They raised the hand, and Flynn will promote them.
The lady from if they like to say hello all together, if we can promote all 6, and then we'll let them introduce themselves one by one. Can we start with one of the ladies, please?
Several of them have been promoted. If they would like to speak up, they should be able to now. If there are any of you who are still a viewer, then put your hand up and I'll be able to promote you. I think you can see.
Stanley knows the names. He knows which one.
We have 3 of them among panelists now, so they are able to speak if they unmute.
Hello, this is Rodrigo.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, yes.
Sorry.
Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please. We can hear you.
Hello, this is Mary Vu. Hello, Mr. Cash. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Hello, everyone. And my name is Mary Vu from Los Angeles, California. I am.
Excuse me, Mary, if you just hold the microphone away a little bit, then we can still hear you. It's just a little bit too much and it's overpowering the microphone. Thank you.
How about now? Can you hear me okay?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, again, my name is Mary Vu from Los Angeles, California. I am so thrilled to be here, ready to serve within my humble ability, according to the call of the universe. And I know this is more than my human ability to do or to serve, but I just let the universe lead me, because my soul very much for peace, the peace of humanity. I know we're not there completely yet, but I trust in the desire and the love of all of us, because just we are here in this workshop, which means all of us collectively have such a powerful desire for a better earth, for a precious peace that we pursuing. And with that, I lean upon your power and your love to carry me through. So you allow me to be a channel of that beautiful energy. So I'm very honored to be with you, and not just upon my own ability, but on all of your talents and your wish. Thank you. That's all I want to say.
Mary Lou, would you like to tell us which continent you represent as a member of the Earth Council, please?
I represent America continent.
You, as a, can you tell us about your background, please?
I came from Vietnam since I was 15 years old, but I live in America much longer than I live in Vietnam. So it's funny, I used to think America is my second home country, but now I just start to realize the moment that I was called to serve America. So I think none of it, neither Vietnam or America is my first country, but all of it, even the whole earth, as my own original country. So all of a sudden I feel my love just expand. As I walk on the mountain, look down the Los Angeles area, just 2 days ago, I started to feel, this country is my own country, but funny, I just remember the one race, one planet, one nation. So there's no countries anymore. So my representation just to represent, but actually we each of our members serve the whole earth, not just one particular continent. And I have been working as an interpreter for about 20 years, translating from English to Vietnamese in general field, non-medical, legal and customer service field. So I do understand the frustration of the barrier between languages, but now we trying to understand each other, not just through the barrier of languages, but understand from heart to heart and from soul to soul. And we try to get into that point through plasma. So yeah, that's my general background.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Mr. Keshe.
Now, would you like to speak? Any other members of the council?
Hello, Mr. Keshe. This is Anke van Ziel from the Netherlands.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Okay, so what I would like to share with you all is that, of course, I was incredibly surprised and had to laugh a lot. Mr. Keshe can confirm that. And I asked him, are you sure this is me? And then it came to me that he has the ways to check our souls. So I said, let me trust. I trust that he and the council did the right thing. And actually, I feel completely blessed to be able to do this, because it feels that finally we can make our childhood's dreams come true. As children, we always wanted the best for people. I mean, we didn't want people to suffer. We didn't want children and adults to suffer, to go hungry, to live in wars. We were all just terrified and shocked that these things were happening in this world. And finally, now I feel we can do something to put an end to that together. And the best thing about this all is that we're moving into a time where our souls count. And this is what excites me very much, because in our souls we know what we want and we are together. So there, it's not so hard to speak on behalf of our souls. And I'm very happy and honored and excited also to be able to contribute to this. So thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to actually making all these things that we want to see happen, make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shankar. Could you tell us about your background and which continent you represent, please?
Okay, I represent Europe. I'm born in the north of Holland, the north of the Netherlands. My background is that I was always trying to find wisdom, and in my studies I studied cultural anthropology, because there was a lot of wisdom to me in all the indigenous cultures of this world, the wisdom that was not taught in schools nor universities. And I was happy to get, after that, teachings from people who were immersed in the deep knowledge of the Zero Chiefs, from the First Nations, the American Indians, the Africans, the Asians, the Russians. And this is where my passion comes from, to reintroduce the deeper wisdom into the new vision of the peace we are creating together.
You are a doctorate in anthropologist, if I'm correct.
Yeah, afgestudeerd. I don't know exactly if it is doctorate. I don't think it's a doctorate. I just finished my studies.
You finished your studies. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. And I worked in making, we made our own independent spiritual TV, you can say, on the local level here in Amsterdam. And
yeah,
so that's it. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Do we have our third lady available?
Good evening, Mr. Kesh. This is Lisa from Australia. Lisa MacDonald. Yes, and I will be representing Australia. And after you phoned and I had a good think, I decided that my life was the training, because I was born and lived in South Africa for most of my life, and born with, I had a Jewish dad and a non-Jewish mum, which was straddling life itself already. Born a white person in an African continent, in apartheid for half my life and post-apartheid for the next half. I've learned to look at every side of every angle, and coming to Australia gave me a totally different side as well. So hopefully I'll be able to put those things that I've learned and I've seen in my life to good use in helping humanity, because I think we're going to need impartiality with a lot of deep love and respect for people, and hope to help them as best as possible. And yes, all I can do is I'll serve the best I can, because I was always the person that, after my friends had always gone and had the shoulders to cry on everybody else, I was the one that came to for solutions. So I hope I'm part of the solution, because this technology, all my life I've waited for something that can give us a solution and lead us to the next level, and this is it. Thank you very much.
Would you like to tell us about your educational background and what you do, that we understand more?
I do have a degree in psychology, although I don't know what that means anymore, because I just read people better from understanding now. And I had 12 years of being educated by nuns, which can be either a good or bad thing, but yes, I loved them. And at the moment, we're farmers, and I would like to make sure that the agriculture in the plasma is taken care of, because I think we're going to also connect with people through nature again and help them to understand the totality through farming, agriculture, and just restoring the planet to how it should be and the nature back to the correct environment.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now we had the 3 members of the council. The ladies have introduced themselves. Can we go to the gentleman? And if you would like to introduce yourself, please. Shall we listen to Asian continent? Dr. Parviz, would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are in the world. Thank you so much, Mr. Kish, for giving me this amazing privilege. And I will accept this with all the gratitude. From the bottom of my heart, I wish for the restoration of love among all the humanity, as single human soul and as a collective consciousness. I wish for the moment that every human individual to realize that changes happen only from within. So everyone becomes responsible for his own, for her own thoughts, feelings, emotions, and actions towards themselves and towards everybody else around. This is a privilege, and I am blessed to have your trust, and I will try to do my best to perform as it is expected.
Would you like to tell us about your background?
Yes, please. My first name is Parviz. The family name is Rashvand. I was born in Tehran, Iran, and carrying a Canadian citizenship. For the last 13 years, I've been living in Dubai, and since mid-1980s, I have been involved in medicine. From 1998, I shifted to alternative medicine, and since then, I've been practicing as a naturopathic doctor and a quantum medicine specialist. This is a body, mind, spirit medicine, and I learned that the reality is way beyond the tangible matter. With the knowledge that you have provided to all of us, you're bringing an easy way to understand the deeper sides of the truth. And I am privileged to be a student at the Kish Foundation.
In your case, I would like people to understand your experience during the war in Iran, that you understand the conflict, what conflict can bring. Can you explain to us with your experience during the war that you've been through as a doctor, as a medical practitioner?
Yes, since military service is a must in Iran, during our studentship, they asked us if we could, it was under attack. Many of us will voluntarily accepted that. I served 2 periods in the war, and I witnessed a lot of heartbreaking things happening. Then I realized that the whole society of the world today, based on the politicians' way of thinking today, is actually creating these wars, and there was absolutely no difference between the soul of the human. During the war, I most probably have served a lot of enemy soldiers who were captured and they were injured without any hesitation. So that gave me the idea from the beginning to look for something different, whether in my medical learning or in the way that I thought. And that privileged experience, even though it was very hard, prepared me for a new path of discoveries in my life. And everything happened after that was based on all the pain and miserable memories which I went through, but I don't look at it as a negative experience. Long time ago, I decided to look at everything as a way to push me towards a better enlightenment in myself.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who would like to be the next? Hello, can you hear me?
Rodrigo?
We can hear you, Mr. Kesh, yes.
Do we have Dr. Rodriguez who started?
Yes, I'm here, Rodrigo. My name is Rodrigo Vildosola. I'm honored to be part of this council, to choose me to be part of this. I'm so honored. I will do anything to bring peace, love, compassion, unity to the world. I have grown in Mexico, study medicine. I become plastic surgeon. I practiced for 30 years, and I had during my childhood or during my studies time, I thought that people from different world, all over the world, were different. But I had a chance to travel to all over the world, to study in Italy, study in Spain, the United States. And then the destiny brought me to this part of northwest of the United States, a beautiful community. There's a lot of people from all over the world. And I have learned that all the people are the same, that we all have a same goal, to find love, peace among everyone. It doesn't matter where we come from. I have the beautiful opportunity to marry a woman from Russia, and I've met people from Russia and have a beautiful heart. And that's the only thing that I've seen in people: love and compassion. And I wanted to bring that to the whole world. I will do anything to do so. I'm honored to be part of this group, Mr. Kesh. And I decide not to practice anymore plastic surgery, which was my passion. My passion was reconstructive surgery, and I never took advantage of pain. I love my job. I love my profession, and I gave my best. But now since I knew about this technology, this is a big chance to make a difference to the world. And I know this will bring peace, will bring unity, will bring love to all the people. And I'm so happy to give to continue my life in doing this. I mean, to this technology, to learn all about this technology and bring it to the people. As I said, Mr. Kesh, I'm honored to be part of this group.
Your Excellency, Dr. Rodriguez, represent the South American continent. Thank you very much. We come to the last. Most of you know him, and people around Keshe Foundation adore him. Would you like to introduce yourself, please, as the last member of the Earth Council?
Alex?
I'll unmute you, Alex, and maybe we can hear from you then. I'll try to. It doesn't seem to be unmuting. Let's see if I can send him a message.
While they're trying to connect, most of you know Alex. He has left life in UK and moved to Nigeria to serve humanity, and works heavily in the deep jungles. And he teaches. He was in Accra with us when we were there in the conference, and he was in a hurry to go back to do more. Can we get him to open up, or are we done with the internet in Nigeria?
He's been dropping in and out here, so I think he has connection problems.
He's unmuted his, he's able to unmute his microphone now.
Would you like to speak, Alex? Hello?
Alex, try to find better position.
He's trying. We're not getting your signal, Alex. We can't hear you. Make sure your video is off and only your audio is on.
What if we put our video off? Sharing. Maybe this will be better for him.
I'll stop the video, and I did try to stop the screen share and see if that helps. I don't think it will.
We can't hear.
Can't quite hear you, Alex.
You can perhaps try the call-in number.
Oops, he's dropped.
I think he doesn't need introduction. We all know him.
That's a good way to put it.
He was born in Nigeria, brought up in France, and worked in London. He has served the Keshe Foundation and humanity, and we all know him very well. Once he became part of the foundation, he moved back to Nigeria to serve people, to tell them about the new technology, how it can help them in every shape or form. And in past over a year, he spent most of his time in Nigeria. He has a good understanding of humanity, and he presented a beautiful presentation in Accra to the scientific people, and he touched more or less the heart of most of the scientists who are present. He does not care about what it is and how it is, as long as he can make a change in a positive way in people's life. He goes into deep jungle in Nigeria. He goes into villages beyond imagination. He has recruited new numbers of people to continuously teach the technology, and he does not take no for an answer. His Excellency has worked heavily in the past few months in the fields, more or less, trying to find out solutions for different needs and aspects of the African nation. He represents the continent of Africa. And we don't know anybody better than him to bring the love of humanity, irrespective of position and time. I welcome you all to the Earth Council, Your Excellencies. We haven't set up another structure to become another point like the present world leaders. They will carry all the financial controls of the Keshe Foundations around the world. They decide. They are the arms of humanity. It's their job to make sure that no arms ever manufactured. And it's their job to understand that humanity's need. It's their job to be the tools for the peace and humanity on Earth. We'll give them all we have. And it's their decision how we, as the rest of humanity, will follow the way to the peace, to the path, where we all achieve peace within ourselves, through their organization, and within and amongst us in different parts of this planet. There is no boundaries, there is no nations. So the assets provided to the Council is to serve one nation, and it's the whole of humanity. Amongst them, they carry experiences that allows them to unify humanity. They stay as a permanent members until the day when they decide they want, or they see somebody else in their position better serving humanity than them. Then is the decision of the other 5 to accept their replacement. There are no elections, there are no vote right buying. At the same time, their acceptance has to be accepted by the full Universal Council as the new member. This way, there is no way for bribery, buying position, or favors. Then all the Council members, the Universal Council members, and the Earth Council members work together in one direction. Each one of them represent all the languages on this planet. So they cannot be prejudiced towards one or the other. And most of them understand the pitfalls of the humanity and the beauty of the humanity. It's the job of the Council to look at the beauty and explore how much more they can make it beautiful. This is the job of this Council, to make sure that man will ever and never make another tool to murder or kill another person on this planet or beyond. The responsibility does not go to the individual, but goes to the soul of the individual sitting in the seat. Means from now on, the job of the Council, the Earth Council, is to establish non-violent environment, where the need of each man is met according to the level of the other. This is going to be a big task. It needs a lot of insight, and it needs to understand how to change the ethos of the man for so many years been doing nothing but to make tools of war to confirm his superiority, where now the superiority comes out of serving and not killing. Dismantling the arm manufacturing is their priority, not by fighting, but by delivering so much of the technologies which the members of the foundation across the world produce, that what we call the arm and military and defense becomes written off the dictionary of the human race. It will not take long. Once the people see the beauty of the work, people will lay their arms and they will not work. A lot of people was wondering why we came to Ghana for the first conference. We laid the foundation for the work of the Earth Council. In the process of the conference, we have asked and now we have received the support of military forces to work with the scientists, that the science and the knowledge in turn, with the acceptance of the military, will be dispersed among the people of the nation. We have started a world peace process to make it easier for the Earth Council to carry out this work. If you've seen the public pictures of the conference, you see many military men in active duty, which they were told, we would like you to put your arms down and use your arms to serve your nation, and the nation becomes your next door neighbor nation, and all becomes one. And we have seen the acceptance by the military forces. They understood their function has changed, and now it takes time to bring them to understand they have to respond to the Earth Council. The true, what we call, army of peace has started. This is why we came to Africa. On the same level, you have to understand what we say, our wish is our command. The wish of the Earth Council is the command for humanity. They cannot enforce it, but they can explain their wish, what they expect of the humanity, and lay the path for it. We've seen this in the past 72 hours, in past 7 days, more or less. Our wish was that the Philippine government come to an agreement with the Chinese government, and they walk away from the path which was set by the others to create a conflict. Our wish was that the two nations talk, and we made our position very clear on both sides. I would like to thank President Xi for such a move. I thank the Premier of Philippines for such a historical move. A well-planned war is diverted by the wisdom of men, of power. This is the job of the Council. Bringing the world leaders on the table of discussion as they are their position of point of reference and impartiality. We've seen how easily a planned war has walked away with empty hand. The Earth Council, for a short time from the establishment as of today, has to become the father figure for the other leaders to come to ask for solution, peaceful solutions. It's the job of the Earth Council, as the leaders of this planet, to be the fathers and the mothers, as one of them explained, to bring the childhood dream of peace and equality. And we see we have chosen some of the best the human race could offer. They have experienced war, they have treated and looked after the enemies like their own people, where they realize There is no difference between the flesh of man. And it's the job of the world leaders to understand this. We never fight wars. We find solution for those who participate in it to walk away from it. If you look, the council has a beautiful path of belief. A Jew, half-born Jew, trained by nuns, a Muslim practicing and working between two different sects of Islam in a war, being a Canadian citizen, working in Dubai, healing so many different people. We see doctors in Washington where in his life he has experienced different traumas of understanding people's and the love of people. And we understand that most of the members of the council are well trained to be in this position. I thank you all, Your Excellencies. Your decision will be the final decision, and a collective decision will be the light for humanity. We make every effort in the coming days and weeks to set up the seat for the Earth Council. We will announce the seat of the Earth Council and the Universal Council in the coming time. Is there anything Your Excellencies would like to add before we go into the public? As the leaders of this planet, as the heads of the continent, if you have any wish, your wish will be our command. Would you like to let us know your wishes at this moment, or we can wait till other times?
Well, this is Anke, if I can speak and say something. I think our wish list is already quite long. Are you sure you want to go through that now?
Let us have a taste of one or two.
Okay. Well, of course I want, and I think we all want, an end to wars. We want to establish peace together. We want to restore justice. The justice on earth should be in alignment with the cosmic justice. And this is, I think, what we want to see happen as soon as possible. Of course, thanks to the Keshe Foundation, we will have the technologies of the infinite supply of energy, the healing. We would like to get rid of the diseases, as the wonderful foundation is already doing, and thanks to you for passing on all that knowledge to us. It's fantastic. And we would like to see the media finally become informing us of truthful news. We would like to get rid of the mind control, also the machines that are used for that, the scalar, the psychotronics, the attacks on the star children have to stop immediately. All the business, everything that has to do with money and so should be aligned with our soul purposes. redistribute the riches and make everything possible for everyone, that there is no limitation, as it was never intended to be, for the earth to be a planet of limitation. It's always been abundant, and we should restore this paradise that it once was, and make the space travel possible so we can visit our neighbors, or be here and or move to other planets or whatever. Yeah, that's what I come up with now. So these are my wishes, and I would love to hear the wishes of the other council members too. And that's, of course, aside from the cleaning up of the planet, but that's what we're already working on as the Keshe Foundation members, and Alex in Africa and anywhere.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Any other wishes from other members of the council?
I just have one wish, Mr. Keshe. This is Lisa. I wish to get people to understand that they are the creators, and they need to create the abundance for themselves, because we can help and we can try, but humanity has to stand up for themselves and show the way. I find too much complacency often in the world, and I just wish that they would see that they need to be the ones that show the positivity, because you make your life what it is. And I think in terms of teaching the knowledge, that's one of the important things of the knowledge, is we're going to have to show that the abundance of the soul comes from within, and we can give people the tools, but they need to work on themselves to create the abundance within themselves too.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Any other comments from any other members of the council? I think it's a good time to go to public and hear what us would like and we expect from our council. What is our wishes and what we can do to support their wishes. Is anyone in the council or anybody outside as the members who are listening on any of the channels would like to put a question or a positive way for humanity? As we said with the Universal Council, everything has to be positive. And we are not here to solve problems. We are here to put solutions for what we consider a change in humanity. Changing the problem takes too much energy. Finding a solutions that is a path to change the problems of the path is much easier, because you lay the ground on the correct way and the others will conform to it. Are there anyone in the panel who would like to ask a question from the council or put their wishes, what they would like to ask the council to support, that they can see the path in their way? Do you see anyone raising a hand who wants to put a question or put an idea to the council?
Remind the viewers that you can select the raise your hand option so I can include you as a panelist, and then you can speak and ask a question that way.
I would like to be the first one to put a question or a path to the council. One of the biggest problems for humanity has been the leaders of the humanity, and has been the cause of most of the wars on this planet. That one leader is more powerful and one leader is more whatever. I would like to ask the council if in their work can bring the world leaders to understand that they're all equal. We don't have the most powerful leader, and we don't have the leader of the poorest nation. That the most powerful leader understands he's responsible for the subjects of that nation of the poorest as much as the vice versa. I think if the World Council, as one of their jobs, is to reach and call for the world leaders to attend equal conference and no one to be higher than the other, as we see now in the structure of the United Nations, then we have solved 99% of the problem. Pride in position and pride to be more powerful is the main problem. We have seen this very much brought down to level of equalness by a couple of world leaders in the past 5 years, 10 years. But it needs to be encouraged. I received a very interesting text some time ago from one of our Chinese connections. Maybe he did not understand the position and what he was writing. Maybe he understood, but he did not understand the gravity of what he was writing. In his writing, he said, in our country, in China, we are not afraid of assassination of our leaders because it doesn't exist. We are not afraid of overthrows because the leaders are part of the humanity, part of the nation. Maybe we have to look in that side, where the position of a leadership of a part of this planet becomes part of the structure of this planet, where the leaders don't exist, but we are all leaders to lead each other to peace. This is my request from the Council. Make those who think are the head to understand that they are equal. This is the biggest challenge you ever face, because it has been ingrained in the ethos of the man. It's been successful man, but it's been his demise too. All the wars is to see who is more powerful. And maybe as part of the job of the Council, you have to do truly, not in talk, with what you call world religious leaders. We give you enough power to be able to carry your wishes out, but it's for you to understand that you never join those leaders who got misguided by seat of power. Thank you very much.
This is Ali, and my wish for the Earth Council is the establishment of a direct line of communication and collaboration with our cosmic brothers and sisters, so we can create centers around the globe to have direct communication and collaboration with benevolent races, because we are not only one planet, but we are one universe. So that's my wish.
This is Gatua from Kenya, and I thank you very much, Mr. Kesh, for taking this step to come up with the Earth Council. I fully welcome the Earth Council, and my wish is for them to make sure to succeed in bringing about global peace. Thank you very much. That's my wish.
Dr. Quata is a member of the Universal Council. We have a position which is risen by acceptance of Dr. Parviz as a member of the Earth Council, where he was the member of the Universal Council. The Universal Council for Persian language now is vacated, and so is for the Persian-speaking people around the world, is to, as we said, bring their souls to be the servant to the language across the planet, and the seat is open. Thank you very much. Any other wish or any other guidelines or anything you would like to submit to the Council as a path for peace and change of humanity?
Good morning, Mr. Kesh. This is Vivek from Singapore. May I make a suggestion?
You make a suggestion to the Council, we are all servants to it.
Okay, sir. We have come to where we are right now because we have allowed it to happen. We have failed to take self-responsibility, and we have given that responsibility and consequently the power away, and others have abused us and abused it. My wish to the World Council is that self-responsibility is once again taught worldwide, so that everyone can not only be responsible for themselves, but also to the people around them, to promote peace, to promote health, well-being, joy. And we do this from a place of love. That is my wish. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other support for the Council?
Hello, this is Klaus. We have the instrument for peace in our hands, and my wish is to use it and to build as many health centers as possible all over the world, that people can have their first contact to it, can have the chance to process by using the plasma technology.
Standing here, my wish is that everyone on this planet, no matter the language, would understand the power of knowledge that is brought to us. I wish that everyone would see peace as the only option, and that everyone would find the way how to turn his or her life to serve the humanity and achieve what should be done long ago. I wish to the Earth Council members having us all by their side achieving this.
I want to give to you the feeling that the council bring inside of me. So much love and peace. They are the center, and the center is always the strongest. And together we can transit this feeling, this power to humanity and to the world. I thank you so much to accept this task. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So good morning, Mr. Kesh, and good morning, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank to Mr. Kesh for this big gift for humanity to bring back balance and peace and love in the human beings. My wish for the council member of the Earth is to expand the knowledge at the humanity, that the knowledge for these moments who give power to the world leader should become obsolete, and then the peace and love will come back. But because at this moment they will understand that there is no power in the world. Thank you. This is my wish.
Hi, this is Danny Moe, and my wish is that may there be a mass awakening and consciousness evolution towards love, self-forgiveness, and respect for all living beings. Thank you.
As a lot of us know, world leaders listen to this program. And we know on our servers support background, His Excellency President Obama is online. Your Excellency, is your free time, as you are a leader for a few more days on this planet, for what you call the strongest man on this planet, to participate direct, not as a silent listener on proxy servers. We give the same opportunity to the other world leaders who get debriefed on these teachings on a regular basis to join us. Your Excellency President Xi, we welcome you too. And you can participate to guide as you see the problems of the present government with your wisdom to support, to bring equality amongst all the leaders. That your support will lay the path for peace using the Universal Council and the Earth Council. In so many ways, the Earth Councils becomes the, what I call the parents or the guardians of the humanity for peace. The channels are open, and it's your wisdom to participate. Any other comments or wishes? Do not bring wishes, bring solutions.
My name's Rick Crammond, and most people have heard my voice. I'm also a founder and director of the Keshe Foundation Canada, and I know the Canadian world leader, Justin Trudeau, would be interested in world peace if we continue pushing on it, and perhaps he can help the other world leaders take a better look at that situation. And that would be one of my greatest wishes, to have the arms that are made now no longer made, and in fact outlawed over the world, and only make any kind of tools that are used for forceful tools only for defensive rather than offensive situations. And that's a wish, but the actual reality is what we need to do is have the wish for peace, of course, but continue with what we're doing, the path of making the technology and knowledge in order to create self-sufficient people that don't have to rely on these governments that are creating pressure on situations with the oil and with the resources and all the countries of the planet. And if we don't have to have all that pressure on resources and that entire infrastructure, that will take the pressure not off of only the governments and the people doing that, but also the individuals. They'll be able to be self-sustaining and won't require the extensive infrastructure and resources that are dedicated to trying to make people comfortable, more or less, or uncomfortable, depending on what the resources are dedicated to. So I'm hoping and wishing and knowing that through this method of using the knowledge that we have and continuing with the paths that we've set out on, even more so, that's the way forward to create our MagRav devices and health products and other things, and getting the news out to others. It's an amazing grassroots movement that's been started, and I think it's the snowball effect. It's only just getting going. Okay, thank you.
This is Wayne from Germany. Hi, Mr. Keshe.
Hello, Wayne.
Hello.
Wayne is the husband of Her Excellency, the representative for United States, Mary Lou. He's in Germany at the moment trying to master the ways of developing different systems to take back to teach. Please talk.
My first wish is I wish all 6 continents Earth councils of men and women stand up on their physicality as long as they live, but backing up by universal plasma energy through their beautiful souls to serve in full capacities and understanding of human needs in the totalities of peace and love as one nation, one planet, and one race. That's my first wish for all six of them. But my solution for humanities is we need to put together as a force for the educations of plasma technology so our children's adults can understand on their own needs so that they can survive. But at the same time, we are asking our leaders not to lead humanities in the wrong ways, like wars and and all that efficiencies in the way we're doing things, but to use the technologies for the betterment of humanity, to put forth the knowledge that our children can understand and our adults can use that applications to help one another, to purify the water, the air, the pollutions, but at the same time bringing harmonies to the earth. And at the same time, we need to progress so that we can join the universal community in traveling to deep space to understand our own needs and other people's needs. But at the same time, we have the power to take back the power of ourselves and to continue to moving forward in peace and in love. That's I wish and the solution for all. And no, and not a single bullet or a drop of blood on this planet forever and ever. Thank you.
May I point out something very interesting? If you look at the path of the belief of the members of the council, is exactly as is on the video. The Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, the Buddhists, and every path of belief is on the wall on the Earth Council. So we have come one in the path of belief, and we see, doesn't matter where we come from, what path of belief, up to now, we all have to come to believe in one thing, in peace and equality of all. So, as it says in the promotion video, we have become one nation. We have become one race, and we are all citizens of one planet. As it says, we have achieved our goal.
Thank you, Mr. Keshe, for doing all that you're doing. My wish is has to do with something that you presented in one of your past teachings. It's a wish and a solution that all the armies around the world become teachers of the plasma technology towards building world peace. That's my wish, and in my personal life, I plan on teaching my parents and my friends the plasma technology as I learn and understand it. Thank you.
Can we by any chance get line link with Alex in Nigeria?
You mean like a direct telephone rather than internet?
If he comes on, can we hear from him?
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I wonder if he's aware of how to connect that way.
Just send him the phone number to call.
You need to, yeah, if you could too. I have his mobile number. If you text me the number, I text to him, or if anybody's got his mobile number, to text to him. If you send it on my Zoom, the telephone number with all the text, I just need to paste and group for him, please.
Hello,
Yes?
my name is Jalal. I am from Iraq, and my wish to raise the awareness of the people, and I wish to make some systems to raise the magnetical field for all Earth, and in that case, that the gravitational field of taking is less, and I think it is helping much to raise up the humanity. Thank you.
We have made facilities that you can contact or be in touch with the Earth Council direct. It's called the earthcouncil.org. This line will be set up once we establish the backup support for the councillors. And the same has been done for the universalcouncil.org. It's for people to understand that in writing to both councils, the councils do not read what is being sent, but the emotion of the writing is felt and is acted upon. I request from the council, both the Universal and the Earth Council, to be the way we've been in our conferences. Be humble and be amongst the people that you are not known, but you are felt through your soul. This is important, that we don't replace one hierarchy with another. This is a condition of being a member of any of the two councils. We set it out in Rome Conference that no one knew who the other member of the councils are. And I felt this so deeply with Alex. Alex already knew he accepted the position as the World Council, but so humbly in a conference in Accra, he presented the knowledge to the most advanced technological and science and scientists of the nation. He captured the soul, and with it, he carried a lot with him. There should be no hierarchy that is my position. It has to be respect out of the servitude. We are not building another Vatican or a church or a mosque hierarchy. We are not building another head of nations. They should live amongst men the same as the men. the office of the title has to be in the soul of the man, not in the physicality of the man. Any other comment or any other request or support from the councils or the listeners on any of the channels?
I've promoted Armin. He wanted to speak, I think, and there was someone else who got promoted here as well. Turaj as well.
Please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I would like to personally, my name is Turaj Akavan. I would like to personally congratulate every single member of the council. And now that you have accepted this mission to serve humanity, my wish is you may all be blessed from on high and all the heavenly powers that you have decided to devote your unconditional love for serving humanity on this planet and raising consciousness of the humanity at this exciting time. Know it in your heart that you are supported from on high and all the heavenly powers in order to be in this position. Congratulations and best of the wishes. Bless you.
Armin, would you like to speak?
Yes. I was muted, I could not find the microphone, so they upgraded. My wish is one. I wish all good for humanity. Because badness could not exist in goodness. In any condition they will be. Thank you.
We should accelerate the education process. We should go to schools, kindergartens, everywhere. We should not hesitate to do that. And every day that we didn't teach somebody, it's actually lost time. I think this is part of the solution that we achieve all our wishes. We need to educate faster. We need to translate this knowledge to all the languages faster. By educating everyone, no matter the age, I think we are closer to achieving all our wishes.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Caroline. My wish is for adults to start realizing we need to start at the base, and the base are our children. All children need to be guided more than the adults, because if we give them all the tools to be peaceful, and we give them the environment that it is peaceful, we will have a peaceful humanity. But we have to focus first on our future, which is and are our children. If we ignore our children, we don't put the seeds right. It's like you're maintaining your garden. You look after your seeds, and you always make sure not to take care only from your own seeds. You always look to your next door seeds, that when they come and they're going to fertilize your land, that they carry the same amount of quality, perfection, beauty. So we're not only going to have to look at our own children, but look at the children around you, where you can give them the support what they need when they're short. We have to involve our children to share what they have with the ones which are not in that position yet. And these situations are very clear among all of us. We see schools and education levels which are for exquisite children and parents which can afford it. But all our children are equal for our future. So we have to create a balance from the start for every child. That's how
Thank you, Caroline. There's there's a Maria that wanted to speak as well. That's okay.
Yes, good day, good afternoon, and good morning to everybody. First, I thank you. My name is Maria from Germany, and I'm grandmother also. And I vow to all souls who are working on this. It's so wonderful. And I hope that everybody can imagine that he is coming or she is coming from our Creator. We have so much love in our souls. So the world leaders must be noticed that they are also coming from the Creator, and they are part of the joy, of the big joy of the Heavenly Father or Creator. So let's have peace all together. And to the planet, to the earth, to the children, to the animals, to the flies, we all love to be in peace to one, to each, to another. Be all blessed and change your way. Thank you.
Any other comment?
Sent a message to Alex and also sent the number to your chat there as well, Mr. Keshe, if you're...
It's all been sent forward.
Okay, good.
Any other comment or any other advice or any other wish?
There's a comment in the Q&A from E. Lee that perhaps I can read. It goes, I love the beautiful hearts of our community, yet what I see for the future is much more imperative. I see that this beautiful Mother Earth cannot handle any more wars and more people without this technology. That we're at an epoch where we can choose between demise or learning. The understanding on how to transform potential to form and an unwanted form to potential to arise as a workability. I feel as if there is something telling me that we have to hurry up and that we are distracted by our dreams of what can be and how to balance our view and practice. We need more clarity on practical. Need more clarity on the practical is what his point. More clarity on practicality. I can see the whole word there now. Christian notes in the chat, one solution can be plasmatic toys for kids. Good suggestion. Another wish for, I wish all beings get enough clean water for their entire livelihood.
Hi, this is Danny. I'd like to make a suggestion to the Earth Council that we exchange more publicly our results of our findings and applications of the plasma technology, whether be it now in medicine, energy, or space technology. Thank you.
And Mr. Zhu says, hello, Mr. Keshe, and says he sent you some messages. He just wants me to say hello to you and pardon me?
We have read the message, Professor Zhu. We stand firm for our respect to Chinese leadership and its invitation to China. We accept the visit. It's for you to go through the right channels. We read your email and we respond accordingly. We thank His Excellency President Xu for the invitation and the Chinese leadership. This is in response to the peace treaty between China and Philippines.
He mentions one sentence that I think I can reveal, which is all beautifully fall into place.
We know that, and we respect the Chinese army and the Chinese leadership for so skillfully negotiating peace. Even though they were in a position of power, they could override a lot but they took the path of wisdom and peace. We respond positive and will be in Beijing accordingly. Any other comment?
One more comment. Ken says he has a wish in the chat to establish an efficient and effective pathway for resources which were formerly used creating war to be more benevolently applied to lifting up the living conditions of each person.
Today is the 27th of the 10th, 2016. Is the beginning, is one. Is the beginning of a cycle for humanity. It is our way to change and is to link up through our souls. When you pray, do not pray to Christ or Moses or Jesus or whatever name, Muhammad or whatever. Don't go to them with a hand stretching out, can I help? I need help. When you pray, which is giving part of your soul, in fact, pray to humanity. Raise the level of the soul of the man, and through it you shall find out the wisdom of the creation and the Creator. This is a secret to the success. If you are a man of peace, your soul will add to the soul of the peace. If you are the man of equality, you will add to the line and the soul of equality. Do not forget, according to our teaching, every emotion has a strength, and when you release that strength, it will be absorbed by all those who are of the same strength. Establishment of the Earth Council, which has been done now, is the key to establishment of the peace on this planet. The knowledge and the experience amongst the 6 members brings everything the man needs to make a peaceful planet. From agriculture to medicine, to understanding of the languages and the emotion, to humbleness. The path for our chosen councils is so sweet that they will rejoice being part of it and being the organs of it. It was very hard for the member of the council to realize that from today on, their wish through their soul becomes the command for humanity. If the 6 members decide to change the path of leaderships, they can achieve it. We give the support from the soul of the core members of the Keshe Foundation to the Earth Council, as we did with the Universal Council. I have achieved my mission. I'll be here as a guide for a short time, and it's the job of the council to take the responsibility for the planet. The teaching the peace, the distribution of the knowledge, the distribution of the wealth of the knowledge, that the knowledge brings wealth and contentment and peace. I have delivered my message. I thought to make the foundation for knowledge to establish the peace, and with it, leave it in the capable hand of the Earth Council, the Universal Council, and the core members. All 14 members of the core have become united. And with it, we support both councils. It is not to achieve peace, it is that we already have achieved peace. Those of you who achieve peace with your soul, you'll find out this will elevate the others and the peace will come. I had the pleasure this morning to watch the first structure of what you call spaceship, where it can be touched and it can be felt. And it could not come on any other day than today. We are on the verge of the joining the man, but by the knowledge of man and those who have a peaceful soul to create it. It was beautiful to see that one of the members was touching the air and he could tell you, I can feel it, it's here. It's tingling feeling in my fingers, some 12, 14 feet away from the structure of the course. We have managed to create the tangibility of the spaceship. The structure is, as we said, is in a dome shape. It's beautiful to see it, and it could not be done by a man so committed to peace and his team. We thank you for what you're doing. And in due time, we'll show the first video of tangibly being able to touch the fields. It means the man is ready to join the Universal Council and the Universal Committee and the Universal Community. The understanding is simple. The implication is simpler. And the application of knowledge is so simple that it baffles the scientist. The beauty is how much we like to share from our soul. And the beauty is, if we understand that we don't need the language or the word to teach, we can teach through our souls. My respect and gratitude goes to the 6th member of the Earth Council. I respect you. I created your position for you to create peace on this planet. The same as we done with the creation of the Universal Council. And the same we done with the distribution of knowledge, unconditional and free. Thank you very much for accepting the position. Any other comments or contribution?
We have a Ralph who wanted to speak. Do you want to go ahead, Ralph?
Yes. Hello to everybody. Yeah, Ralph is speaking from Germany. I wish us all poor ones, childlike hearts, strength to this holy work, peace, health, and all good, and a soft cleanness for this earth. Thank you, everybody.
Freed writes in the chat, my wish is to elevate the souls of the 1,000 who mistakenly think they rule the world. Then they could learn to serve or be separated because they can no more reach the new frequencies.
Today is the celebration of the creation of the Earth Council. This is what mankind has been wishing for centuries. To end all wars. To bring equality amongst men. It had to take time that the communication capability was there to be able to run such a, what I call, presentation worldwide as we've seen today. Years ago, it was pigeons and marathon runners who carried the name. Now, it's the magnetic gravitational field of the voice of the man, which is shared across this planet. Man was not ready up to now to accept this position of oneness, because now everything is equal. It's time to celebrate. Humanity has reached the point of maturity. It's just for us to mature all the others that they understand the path of peace is the only solution, but through technology, not through talks. Where they see the life changes, where they see the condition of the suffering of their soul becomes a position of elevating the others through understanding the operation of the totality. If there are any other questions or any other points from the member of the councils or the human race, we close the session today, as today was the establishment of the World Council. Any comments?
I don't see any open questions in our chats at this point. People are saying thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to speak before we close?
Yes, this is Turaj again. I would like everyone on the panel, I wish that you all shine your light so brightly that others can find their way out of the dark. Congratulations, everyone.
Any word from the member of the council? And we close.
Hello, this is Mary. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
I just want to say very shortly that we all members listen to all of you intensively, and we absorb your energy, your beautiful wish, and your advices. Thank you.
Are there any other comments before we close?
Hello, you hear me?
Yes.
I have a question to Mr. Cash. Can I ask a question?
Could you say your name again?
My name is Jalal from Iraq.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Mr. Cash.
Yes.
I have a question for you. It's a little bit some kind of private question, if I can ask. When you accept this mission, did you have the knowledge and then you accept the mission, or you had the knowledge after you accept the mission?
I have explained this before. The elevation of the soul brings the knowledge. I accepted the new soul, which I knew was the consequence of what will come.
And did it add for you more knowledge when you accepted?
Is added to the knowledge which was given by others. I carry a very ancient soul, ancient in the dimension of the universe, not the man.
Thank you, Mr. Cash.
Thank you. We are the messengers of the universe. And we understand the totality of the link as you see from one continent to another, but we see one galaxy to the other, and one universe to the other. And we see that every part of the structure has to work smoothly for it in totality to be smooth. We have a lot more to teach. This is the beginning. Thank you very much for today. And we welcome man to universal community, even in small steps. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Keshe, once again. And that'll end the 143rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop for Thursday, October 27th, 2016. And as always, thank you everybody for attending.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll end the live stream.